Hey, Nick.
Hey, Jeff.
10 seconds, guys.
Jeff, did you get the button?
Yeah. It's right here. Here.
Can I try the button now?
Oh, wait till we're on the air.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, Lori, what's up?
Hey, Lori.
Yeah, so mic check on 1.
Check.
Mic check on 2.
Check.
Okay.
Can I hit the button now?
All right, let's go on air.
3, 2, 1.
On the air. On the air.
Beautiful.
And now live from the Blind Abilities Studios, we bring you the Blind Abilities Info-Tainment News. With co-host out of Montreal, Canada, Nick D'Ambrosio. Weather meteorologist out of Peoria, Illinois, Lori Thompson. Our southern correspondent from Jacksonville, Florida, Pete Lane. And myself from the greater Twin Cities of Minneapolis, St. Paul, Jeff Thompson. Let's give it up for our in-house band, all the way from Malaysia, the Chichao Louie Band. And now live from the studios, it's Nick and Jeff with Infotainment News. The battle between the tech giants Amazon and Google continues into the year 2018. With Amazon not allowing Google Home products to be sold on their store shelves and Google not allowing the Amazon devices to stream the YouTube videos. This battle between the tech giants just reassures me that net neutrality is in good hands with the big boys. And this just in, Amazon is not allowing any searches starting with the letter G.
Do you hate to do your laundry? More so, do you hate to fold your laundry? Well, your prayers have been answered. The Folding Mate is here. That's right, you can fold a full load of laundry within 2 to 4 minutes if you do most of the work. Now, it's the size of a washer, so you need the space in your home, and it costs about $1,000, so it ain't cheap. But it folds your laundry. Well, at least most of it. No socks, underwears, hoodies, children's clothing, and the list might even get longer. But it does fold your laundry. Hey, I'm all for it making my life easier, but if I gotta feed the machine each garment, doesn't that cut into my 2 to 4 minutes? Anyways, if someone is really interested to put a deposit on a pre-order for this sucker, go right ahead. I weep for you, and you're a lazy back to you, Jeff.
If you think Amazon's virtual assistant does not understand you, fear no more. Amazon's been hard at work at making their virtual assistant understand your emotions. Are you having a good day, a bad day? They'll take your baseline level and compare it along the way. Someday, your virtual assistant may recognize that you're just not yourself and say something like,
Jeff, did you take your medications?
Or even when you're not feeling your best.
Jeff, you seem sad today.
Emotional monitoring may have a lot of good to serve society. Let's take seniors who stray off their baseline. Did they forget their meds? Are they depressed? Families, doctors could be alerted to this situation. So there is a lot to be optimistic about. But when Amazon is behind in monitoring the emotions, we may just see a surge in shopping therapies.
Jeff, I'm sorry you're feeling sad today. Maybe I can cheer you up. Just by chance, did you know that Shure microphones are 30% off today? Godiva chocolates are 30% off as well.
Well, if you thought the bathroom was your last oasis from technology, you're wrong. The Kohler company has come up with voice-activated gadgets to hook up to a smart mirror. This smart mirror will have Lady A implemented inside, and you can do such things as ask it for the news, the weather, dim the lights, or maybe even activate other gadgets around your home. It will have a mic built in, and of course, it'll be waterproof. Mirror, mirror on the wall, have we become this lazy after all? Well, let's look at a few of the gadgets from Kohler Connect that will hook up with the smart mirror. Number 1, the Sensate kitchen faucet. You can get a perfect glass of 8 ounces of water every time, and not to mention the perfect amount of water for your pasta. Where has this been all my life? Number 2, the Numi Smart Toilet. You can get the seat and feet warmed at the same time, and not to mention mood lighting and music. This will put a whole new meaning to the term King of the Throne. You'll never get off of it now. And the DTV Plus shower system. This neat little gadget will control the pressure and the water temperature and also draw out a perfect bath every time. So if you have a significant other that takes forever to get out of the bathroom, you're out of luck. They'll never get out now. So you might as well pitch a tent out there because it'll be a while.
Honey, hey, I gotta go. The Specter and MeltDown vulnerabilities have been patched. If you haven't upgraded your software, please do so right away. Now you may be wondering, what is this problem? Well, in a nutshell, let's just describe it for you. Picture this. Your computer wants to be fast. So they run two parallel signals all the way through. One of them stops for doing little checks like signing this, signing that, checking passwords and everything else, while the other one continues as if everything's gonna be okay. Here, let me give you an example. I'm running in a race. I'm running along, and my partner, Nick here, is running alongside me. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Jeff.
And we're running along, and all of a sudden there's, oh, you got a sign right here. So I stop. Nick keeps on going. I sign, I fill out the form, and as soon as I'm done, boom, I'm just jolted right up to Nick, right as if I never stopped. That's how speed is continuously happening. That's how it happens in your computer, running these signals parallel to each other. So all of a sudden we're going along, we're running some more. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi.
There you are.
And all of a sudden it says, oh, you got to type in a password. So I stop, and I start typing in a password. Meanwhile, Nick keeps going. The password's not working. I try again. Password's not working. Nick has to come all the way back to me. Now, in that distance that he traveled, whoosh, that gets scooped up by a hacker, let's say. If they're watching for that. That tail, that spot where I stopped and Nick kept running, well, if I would have got the right password, I would have just jumped up to him and we would have been very quick. We wouldn't have lost any time. But that distance that Nick went while I was typing in the password, that was what was being captured. Whew. Tiring, isn't it?
Hey, Jeff.
So if you haven't done so already, be sure you update as soon as possible.
Hey.
Nick, you're tired.
I never had to stop. Remember, I've been running the whole time.
Oh, yeah, well, there's that. Psst. Nick, we're done.
Ouh là là, c'est incroyable. C'est pas possible, non? Yes, France, it is possible. And yes, France is suing Apple for slowing down their iPhone. Now, depending on where you are on the spectrum, if you're a conspiracy theorist and think that Apple may have done this for their bottom line, or maybe you actually think that Apple did you a solid by not shutting down your phone, Apple was wrong. They didn't have full disclosure and are paying the price. But they did issue out an apology and have given the masses a candy. And that candy is in the form of a new replacement battery for $29.99. But like anything Apple does, you must wait, and there are long waiting times to receive your new replacement battery. For all the customers out there and Apple employees, I have a few words for you. Bonne chance. Good luck. You'll need it.
Bonne chance, oui, oui. And now to our correspondents in Florida. The Doctor, Pistol Pete. Here's Pete Lane. Take it away, Pete.
Dateline Las Vegas. Once again, the Consumer Electronics Show has invaded the Las Vegas area with dozens of vendors showing their wares. An overarching theme in this year's show is smart home technology. Whirlpool has announced that it's working on an Apple Watch app that will control more than 20 home appliances, including washing machines, ovens, and dryers. The app will allow you to check the oven temperature, change your washing machine cycle, and check the status of your dryer while in use. In a related story, Maytag has announced that it will be sending its famous Maytag repairman to the Massachusetts Institute of Technology for an advanced computer science degree. In hopes of streamlining their tracker technology, the makers of Tile Tracker Discs is working with various partners to build in Bluetooth tracking devices in the manufacturing stage. One of the initial partnerships is with Bose, whose SoundSport Wireless and Quiet Control 30 headphones will include this Tile technology later this year. Perhaps not coincidentally, the American Medical Association and the American Society of Veterinarians is reviewing a proposal that Tile Bluetooth chips might be implanted in children and pets.
Thank you, Pete. And now moving to the weather. Our weather meteorologist, Lori Thompson.
for today? Woo! It's cold outside. It's frigid.
Every time she opens that door. Thank you, Lori Thompson. All right, there you go. Hey, Pete, Nick, Lori, let's all come down front here. We're going to have a talk. Turn on the studio lights here. We're going to have a little chat. Hey, Lori, you go first.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed the show, learning about some new technology that is coming around. I'm still kind of an analog person, as you can tell by me opening the door and checking the weather. But seriously, I do use apps to check the weather to see what the work week's gonna look like, and so that I can prepare my clothes or just be prepared for my guide dog to know whether to put the boots on him or put a sweater on. I do use a lot of technology. I'm always constantly saying, hey Lady S, where are you? Or, hey, Lady G, what time is it? I guess just to remind you all, it's always good to keep your phone and your operating systems updated so that you're up to date. And Pete, what's your thoughts?
Well, hey, Lori, when it comes to technology, I say bring it. In my opinion, technology is the best thing that can ever happen to the blind community. There has never been a better time to be blind. I know so many people have said that, and so many arguments have ensued. And I don't mean to say that if given an opportunity to regain my sight, I wouldn't jump on it. But think about what is available to us now compared to 30 years ago, 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. This episode of Info-Tainment featured, among other things, smart home devices. I say the more advances we see in this area of technology, the better off we'll be. Artificial intelligence, smart appliances, even smart mirrors. I embrace it, and I encourage everyone out there to embrace it as well. Bring it. So, Nick, what do you think, my friend?
Lori, Pete, I agree with you wholeheartedly, but I got a small disclaimer. A lot of this technology is pretty overwhelming and scary for some. Our phones are constantly by our side. We got computers running, Amazon devices, Google devices, and now all these smart home appliances. They'll be everywhere. All I gotta say is beware. There's been reports that the phone is causing us a lot of anxiety, and that we're becoming more antisocial and we have low attention span. So what I'm trying to say is take time for your family and friends. They're the most important part in your life. Don't let technology be a slave to you. There's a whole world out there for us to enjoy, so let the technology aid you, not hinder you. There's nothing like the human touch. Any final thoughts, Jeff?
Oh, yeah. Thank you all for contributing. This was really fun, taking the lighter side of the news. And the news just shows us that technology is not slowing down. The rising tide of technology can swell up and swallow us right up, so we got to stay on top of it. As Lori mentioned, security and updates, very important. Very important. As Pete mentioned, 30, 20, 10, 5 years ago, where's technology going? So it is rolling through. The big picture for me, the thing that I try to keep in mind, like Bob Dylan said, you don't need a weatherman to see which way the wind blows. And with reference to what Nick mentioned about family, there's certain things in life that are just so sweet and pleasant to just do, and there's not an app for that. And to some new users, this is the way it's only been. This is all they know. They were born surfing this tide. And to some of us who are older, who have seen the change in technology, this is new. This is all new stuff. So stay informed, stay up to date, and remember, life isn't what happens when you're waiting for another app. All right, I hope that you enjoyed our infotainment, the lighter side of the news, a little bit of information. Thanks for listening, and until next time, bye-bye.
When we share
what we see
through each other's eyes, we can then begin to bridge the gap between
the limited expectations and the realities of blind abilities.
The realities of blind abilities.
Blind abilities.
For more podcasts with a blindness perspective, check us out on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at Blind Abilities. Download our app from the App Store, Blind Abilities, that's 2 words, or send us an email at info@blindabilities.com. Thanks for listening.